Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel. You can't imagine how many requests I received about doing a Mercato update, and that's what I want to do today. Speaking about the Mercato, this will not be a daily video. Why not? Because not every day we have new newses. So I want to keep it, sometimes where there is something to say when we have enough to say, but enough fresh to keep you entertained and informed about the Mercato. And today, on the 29th of June, we have a lot to cover, a lot of names. You were asking me who will be our additional midfielder if we will have one. Who will be our striker? Because that's the big question. If Higuain leaves, who will be our new strikers? And I promise you, it's midnight 31, and I just received a new hot name that I will reveal at the end of the video. So stay tuned. In the meanwhile, while you are asking and yourself who will be the name and you are listening to me, please subscribe, put a like on the channel, and tell me who will be your dream, who's your dream signing. So starting with something that you all know, because this news we spoke about it 65 days ago, and today it is official. Juventus communicated on their site. It's Arthur Melo from Barcelona is to Juventus, and who's going to Barca because it's a swap deal. It's Miralem Pjanic. Pay attention. Financially, it's not a swap. It's two different transactions, but at the end, Arthur will be a Juventus player. Miralem Pjanic will be a Barcelona player. So let's not talk too much about that. That's already old news, even if we will not see the players in their new kits before 2021, and that begins in September. Hot news of the day. Chiellini, Giorgio, Il Capitano, and Gianluigi Buffon, the old Capitano, just renewed for 1 year more at Juventus. It was not a secret. We knew it would happen, and it happened today. It's official. If you want to know my opinion about that, it's not an opinion video, but I want to give you that opinion. Buffon, he showed that as a second goalkeeper, he's doing the job. He's not the Buffon when he was 25 or 30 years old anymore, and we know that, but he's a second goalkeeper, and he's doing the job. He's still a great goalkeeper. So 1 year more, absolutely yes. He's a bandiera, he's a legend of the club, so I totally agree with that. Giorgio Chiellini, the actual captain, 1 year more. There I start to doubt. I love Chiellini. So let's be honest. The guy is in my heart. I love him. I just bought his book. I'm waiting from Amazon to deliver it. So I love the Capitano. But we see that this season he played one game versus Parma, the first one of the season, and then he was injured versus Napoli. He didn't even play. He didn't play the rest of the season. He was coming back just before the lockdown, and then a slightly injury again. I'm sure we will see him coming back for the end of the season, but is it a big signing? I don't know. I believe he will not be in the starting 11 anymore, but still, Chiellini deserve 1 year more, so I'm happy with that signing also. Other names, because we also did other official names that were out of Juventus, so we have two. Kali Sene, a young player, he's going to Basilea, to Basel in Switzerland, and then we have Muratore, the guy that just played a few minutes versus Lecce. He already played in the Champions League, so it's a guy that Sarri was really taking into consideration in the midfield, but we sold him for 7 million to Atalanta. Again, they're a big profit story with 6.8 million profit for Juventus because he was a own player, a young player from Juventus. Okay, then we have the rumors, and I'm sure that's what you want to know. What about all the rumors? So the minor things, but we have Mavididi, who was not actually signed from his actual team in France, and now they are saying that Montpellier, a South France team, is really interesting in him. So I'm sure Juventus will sell him. If not possible, loan him again. But Mavididi will be out. Then we have another player that is in a deal with Manchester City. Pablo Moreno, also a player from the youth, is going normally to Manchester City. And who are we taking in the place? Felix Correa. It's actually the new baby Ronaldo. Okay, those are the minor things that you probably already know, probably not, but at least you know now. And then we have the big names, starting with a strange position, left back. Because that's a position that a lot of people were saying to me on Twitter, on messages, on social media, on my Telegram account. People are saying, Giuseppe, I don't understand why Juventus is looking for left backs, because we were linked to two names. One, Emerson Palmieri from Chelsea, and the other one, yes, I will tell you, Alaba from Bayern Munich. So we have those two names. And who will be out in that case? It's Alexandro. So the reaction of people are, Giuseppe, Alexandro is a good player. We don't need another left back because Pellegrini, Luca from Cagliari that we loaned out will be back. So we are good with Alexandro and Pellegrini. And I agree with you. But again, here we are speaking about financial action, a profit transaction. That's it. Because our friend Alexandro is 29 years old. We bought him at the time, I believe it was around the 30 million, 32 million, 35 from Porto. He came to Juventus. Good player, is here now for 5 years, so we are ready, paid him back, because we know profit is not 1 year that you pay, but over different years. Also, we maybe like Pjanic is also something about new motivation, having someone new on the left back. But again, it's a financial thing. Emerson Palmieri is someone that Sarri really like, so maybe Sarri really had a request for him. We know that he's not always playing with Chelsea. Will that be an upgrade versus Alexandro? No. On the other hand, Alaba, and I don't say that Juventus is going full power on Alaba. There are some rumors from Paganini Rai who is saying that the first contacts are made with Alaba. And I will tell you, he's 28. He's a champion. He's playing as Bayern Munich. He wants to go in the south. So maybe Barcelona, Real Madrid, but also Italy is the south. So let's see what will happen there. But it's a profit transaction. On the right back, I have at the moment no news. So that's something I want to tell you. Don't wait for the video to reveal you the new right back. We have no news. I just can tell you that De Sciglio was about to leave Juventus, but with his new injury, let's see what will happen there. I think this also has to be taken into consideration when we speak about it. We have other names. We have Jorginho. Jorginho also, like our friend Emerson Palmieri, is a player that Sarri really like to have in the midfield. I believe he will not come. So that's what I'm saying. They are interested, but at the end, it will not happen, Jorginho. But then we speak about a big name. Before going to the strikers, the new number 9, we have Pogba. A lot of requests about Pogba. Will he join Juventus? Will he not join Juventus? He is always a priority of Juventus. Since years now, Juventus want to take him back home. À la maison, Paul Pogba. But the problem is that the value of Pogba is still around 100 million. The financial impact made it really complicated. And you see, he's back from injury. He's playing amazingly well with Manchester United, finally. So it will be really difficult to have him. I don't say it's over yet, because Manchester United has some interest in players like Rabiot, like Ramsey, but it's not done yet. So let's see what will happen there. We are looking for a new midfielder. That's a fact. It can be Aaaah from Lyon, Matuidi plus 20 million or a bit more, maybe 40 million, because he has a value of 20. So Matuidi is 20 million euro plus 40 to have Aaaah can be an option, but it's not over yet. Again, I repeat you, Juventus will not stop with Arthur. And then we go to the strikers, because those are important. So we have Milik. You know that Milik is an objective of Juventus. Why? Remember at Napoli, who was the replacement of Higuain? It's Milik. He has so much potential, and I'm sure he can play really well with Ronaldo. The problems, we have three problems there. We have one, the price that De Laurentiis is asking. He's asking 40 or 50 million for him. The guy has just 1 year contract over. So that's a problem. Juventus will never pay that money. One. The second one is the salary is asking, because from a low salary at Napoli, he's asking for 5 million. And that can also be a problem because Juventus, in their new strategies, young players with a bit lower salary than the people that go away. And then we have a third one is that the guy is injury prone, and that's a problem because yes, he has a lot of potential, but in 3 years at Napoli, I believe he has already had two big major injuries, and that's a problem. So let's see about Milik, but I anticipate you before the last name I will give you about strikers. The striker Mercato will probably finish absolutely in September, October. So don't be in a rush for a big name in the front. And then another name that is linked with Juventus is Aubameyang from Arsenal, because he wants to leave Arsenal. I like the player, but I don't see him playing in the Sarri football. That's not a player for Sarri, because that's a guy who's really fast. He's doing counterattacks. That's not the play of Sarri. So let's see what will happen there. And then I finish with two names that just came in before recording the video. One is not a player, or it's not a player anymore, is Andrea Pirlo. Andrea Pirlo is, according to Gianluca Di Marzio, coming back to Juventus as a under 23 coach, so replacing Fabio Pecchia, that just won actually the trophy of Coppa Italia, the minor Coppa Italia, and that would be amazing to have Andrea Pirlo. Why? Remember Zinedine Zidane? He started in the B team of Real Madrid, and then he was called up to the senior team, to the big Real Madrid, and he won 3 Champions League in a row. So I will not be too fast, and I'm not promising you that this will happen, but having a man like Andrea Pirlo linked again with Juventus, his presence can be something amazing. And now I will exaggerate, and then we will finish the video with the last name that I want to reveal you. But imagine that. Andrea Pirlo under 23, 1 year, 2 year. Pep Guardiola comes in 1 year or 2 years at Juventus. Pirlo study from Guardiola as his assistant, and then Pirlo take over in like 5 years when he's ready. I'm exaggerating. Everything can happen in football, but I just wanted to say it. And then we have a last name that just came in is Ferran Torres from Valencia. It's a right winger. Juventus is interested in him. Is 20 years old. So really young player. Again, he played this year 30 games with Valencia. He did 4 assists and 4 goals in La Liga. Good player. What would that mean? It's just a rumor, huh? But if Ferran Torres would join Juventus, that means that Kulusevski is actually seen more as a midfielder than as a right winger, or maybe a trequartista. That means that we will stop with a 4-3-3, but going back to the 4-3-1-2 with Kulusevski as a trequartista. Everything can happen. We are in the beginning of the Mercato, and no, not even. We are now just closing financial profit transactions, and the real Mercato will start in September and ending on the 5th of October. So guys, it's a long video with a lot of names because we had so much to cover. I'm really happy that you were on the channel listening to that Mercato update. I hope you liked it. Let me know if you want more of those kind of videos, if you are interested in having a beautiful big recap. Thanks to the names of Gianluca Di Marzio, Romeo Agresti, Monblano, Paganini, and all those Italian gurus that are saying, reporting, and doing an amazing job. I try to make a recap of it, translate them in English, and give it to you. So thanks for following, guys. If you are curious to know what this shirt is the shirt of the Serie B, and I have Monsieur David Trezeguet on the back. So just for your information, if you were curious and if you were still watching after 14 minutes of video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, put a like in the video. Tell me who you want, who is your dream signing. Ciao, Forza Juve.